Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. And as always, I got my lovely co-hosts with the mostest by my side, Ms. Reese Peasy, the one and only.
Hey, y'all.
And we thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another exclusive segment of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life. Literally. Now, today's special guest is none other than Fred Abernathy of Team Abernathy Financial. Can we begin by slow clapping this brother in? Come on, man. I know how we do, man. Now, Fred is a financial professional and co-founder, or all of these things. All of these things. He's the man. He's been an entrepreneur since I met him, and this was many moons ago. Okay, but today we're gonna be talking about, man, just how to improve our financial literacy, how to get in the game, like I like to call it, man, because it's a game out here, and if you know the rules and you can play it to win, Fred can kind of be your resource in that regard, man. So first of all, Brother Abernathy, thank you for blessing us with your presence today. And tell us a little bit about Team Abernathy Financial.
Oh, first of all, man, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. First, I want to definitely give honor to God for the opportunity.
Who's the head of my life?
Yes, absolutely.
Can we just say, this is the first guest that's done that?
Nobody else believes.
Very special.
We're the believers.
I definitely
I'm not saying nobody believes, but we appreciate that.
I definitely believe. And then to my lovely wife, who is owner and operator of a Polished Work Nail Spa.
Hey, man.
Okay.
So if you didn't know it was a black-owned nail salon, we got that.
Where is it?
On 1000 East 76th Street.
1000 East. What is that? What number?
What
word street is that? Ellis. Okay.
Ellis.
I be needing them words.
Cottage Grove.
Yep. I've seen it. I've driven past it.
Don't see it. Come be it.
I will.
Come be it. That's their tagline. Now, can men come there?
Absolutely.
Men can come there. Because I heard that's like a thing now. It's okay. It's socially acceptable to get manis and petties.
They're not as comfortable because they try to come in really down times. You know.
Oh, they try to come Tuesday at 6 a.m.
True that.
Why you up so early? Man, I'm just saying, man. The kids sleep.
No.
Okay, that's cool.
But hey, what really led me to get into this business was really from the passion. Just long story short, and I know people say that all the time, and then that story ended up being
the longest story on earth.
But I have type 2 diabetes. Ended up having my toes amputated on my right foot, but thank God that I was prepared because I had an emergency fund.
Gotta have those.
And the emergency fund kind of put me in the mindset of there are not a lot of people who have that.
Right.
There's some people who have savings accounts, and some people who got their mattress.
Right.
And then when an emergency happens, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it happens.
It's going to rain.
Are you prepared for it?
It's going to rain.
So now I said, man, I want to make sure that all my people understand not just about the emergency fund, but how we can transfer wealth to our kids. I got 2 lovely daughters, and I want them to be married because the man loves them, not because they need their income.
That's deeper than rap. That's deeper than rap because I think we are in a day and age where women are such equals as they always should have been. That is a thing of the past. We have to kind of marry up. She can get it on her own now. You know what I'm saying? So now we should be moving to more of a place, hopefully, where you're marrying because of these things as opposed to I'm just trying to marry up, trying to be secure, trying to make sure.
I'm glad you're so progressive.
I'm progressive.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm very progressive, and I appreciate you saying that because I echo those sentiments. And he does have two lovely daughters and an amazing wife. What's crazy about this brother is he proposed to his amazing wife in college at a step show.
You remember that?
That was the grownest thing I've ever seen. I was probably like 20 years old, G. And he got down on bended knee. Because they like seniors, and I'm like a goofy freshman. And brother like took that leap of faith, and man, you the first married person I ever met that was, like a peer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know any married people. I didn't know any married people, man. So, man, congratulations on black love, black excellence, black entrepreneurship, and things of that nature. So, getting back to the financial piece, right?
Yep.
So, we know the inspiration a little bit behind it. So, what does it look like? How do you get people involved? Like, what are the services that you all provide?
So, how I get people involved is really by having conversations, which is why I'm dressed the way I am. I don't like the whole I got to be in suit and tie for me to talk to you about money.
I agree with that.
Because in the aspect when I'm dressed like that, you look at me as he's trying to get me.
Yeah, he owns something.
He
owns something.
And I get it.
My brother? It could be anything. Suit and tie, you never know.
You never know.
Suit both sides, baby. Suit both sides. On the real.
And I get it. There is a time and a place to be dressed appropriately in that manner. But I like to have conversations. And what we really do is we talk about what your goals are and what you want to accomplish. And we talk about 4 universal goals. Okay. And those are financial freedom. So if I ask you, what is your thought of financial freedom? What does that mean to you? What does that look like?
I need to be able to travel the world with Reese and buy her everything her heart desires.
There you
Still
go.
have a little left over for a cocktail. That's financial freedom, in my opinion. We need to see this earth.
But that's it. Everybody has their own definition
Right.
of financial freedom. Then you got to talk about what a lifestyle is. Now, me and you both got some fraternity brothers that have a lot of time on their hands.
Ah,
They don't have no money to do nothing with.
yeah.
But then you got some fraternity brothers that got a lot of money. Doctors, lawyers,
Not a lot.
Not a lot of
but they
time.
have no time.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas with one of my
balance.
frat brothers. He's a big time attorney. He was on his cell phone the whole time.
Can't get away.
I'm
Can't
like,
break
"No, we
loose.
at the craps table. Let's get like,
Can't
man."
break loose.
But he couldn't do it. That's
got
not the
it.
lifestyle that we
Yeah.
want.
Right.
And then 3, there's some people in my life I want to do more for. I want to be able to buy my daughter the car she wants. I want to be able to give her the wedding that she wants, put a down payment on our house, do stuff for my elderly parents,
Right.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
And finally, contributions. There's places that we want to contribute to our churches. You had a guy on the show who I would love to contribute to his campaign, and different things. Those are 4 universal things that everybody wants. But if you don't plan for those things,
Right.
you can't do it. And the essential point is, and most people hear this, people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan.
Indeed. Indeed.
So that's what we do. We help people plan to be successful in the money game.
You help people adult.
Yeah,
Instead
get
of
your
adulting.
adult. And we like to stay away from that word here usually, but when it comes to finances,
Yeah, I guess
we
you
gotta
gotta
grow
get
up.
it, yeah.
a bit, you know what I'm saying? So in the spirit of adulting, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Let's be very transparent.
Absolutely.
I don't have that bag. Can I still get down with the financial services and benefit from them?
Absolutely. And see, one of the main things we have to remember is you may never be the wealthiest person you know.
Unless you're the only person you know.
Unless you're the only person you know. But what can happen is you can make sure that your children are wealthy. And I talked about God in the beginning. The good book that I read says, Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So this has been
I saw that.
This
I
has been
saw that
talking
in the
about
Bible.
for years that you're supposed to leave an inheritance. And a lot of people, and I can't get down with dudes who have kids but don't have a life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
How could you have a child and not be prepared to take care of that child from the grave?
What Jody say? Your flesh and
Forever.
blood, your child. Your child. Come
Forever.
on, man.
And not just a $10,000 life, not just to bury your ass.
Right, not burial. First of all,
You want to be able to live comfortably, grandkids,
you have to be able
grandkids
to.
and all.
We're talking about thriving, not
Yeah.
surviving, people. This is a different conversation we're having.
Absolutely.
Umbrella adulting.
Okay.
Okay, golly.
And just understanding that it's not just about the death benefits. Life insurance has living benefits.
Oh yeah, talk about it.
There's cash value that you can use at a tax advantage
Excuse me.
where you can use now. You don't have to wait till you're dead and gone.
Yeah.
So I've heard a lot of people say, well, ain't nobody going to get rich off my death.
Right.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people who should
Somebody
be
gonna
getting rich
damn get rich.
is the people that you brought into this world.
Yeah.
You know what is actually interesting? I heard that without your approval, your employer can take out a life insurance policy on your ass
Yes, sir.
and cash out when you pass away.
It's called key person life insurance.
Because
So
you're
if you're
just that
the key
important to the
person in the
business.
business, we could take a policy out on you.
Without asking me though.
Well, yeah.
There's ways around
There's
it
ways around
for
it.
you to really be like, I'm with this. You could just be like, man,
Absolutely.
it's part of the package we're offering you.
But the key is for me as a business owner, if you're a key part of my business, when something happens to you, I need to pay somebody to replace
To
you.
replace
Yeah.
to keep the business
keep the
going
business
and
going.
growing. Excuse me. See, that's what we're talking about in terms of knowing the rules. Like, you could have all the athleticism, let's just put it in a context in which we understand. You can have all the athleticism in the world, but if you don't know where out of bounds is, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to
Absolutely.
excel. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn these foundational principles of finance before we can ever really create this generational wealth, which it sounds like what you're talking about, so that those that come after us don't have to worry about. They're always gonna have to worry about certain things, but at the end of the day, green talks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you got that bag, it becomes a little
Little
more, to just be who you are and operating your gifts.
Yeah.
And the other thing that really stood out to me was 401ks. Everybody has a 401k. It's a great thing, right?
Seemingly.
Seemingly. You put into it tax-free now, but the government, and I'm probably looking at 20 years before I retire, you think taxes are going to be higher and lower in 20 years.
Higher.
Higher than where they going.
Hella higher.
And guess where the largest amount of money that the government can tax instantly is?
401ks.
401ks.
You know, that never really made sense to me. So I don't have one, obviously. But just the way that the companies, when you first go in the company and explain them, well, we match what you put up.
Right.
What if I don't want to put up that much? You should be matching everything.
Just
Then
give me what you would
when I
have matched
take it
as
out,
if I matched it. You just add that to my damn salary? Can we do that? This is my
Right
thing.
now.
Now, I was always told this. If they doing a 3% match, max out at 3% and then put your rest in the Roth and other, programming related investment, things of that nature. And like I said, man, we could talk all day about the different trinkets and tips and this, that, and the third. I like that. That's
very
not
good,
third. But you can also get in tune with this brother and he can actually do some consultation for you.
Absolutely.
And give you the tricks of the trade because obviously we don't have enough time for it. We got work to do, right? But how do people stay in tune with you? How do they get in tune with you if they're not?
My email is teamabernathyfinancial@gmail.com. You can get with me on Facebook, Fred Abernathy. Then remember this video and A Polished Work. Or
I tell you, this brother is a entrepreneur Negro. Entrepreneur Negro. Yeah, he does a little bit of everything, but he does it with excellence. And that's the thing, like, what's the old saying? Jack of all trades, master of none. It's actually jack of all trades, master of one. You're going to be the dopest at something, and you could still be cold as ever at other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this brother is a walking testimony to that, man.
No,
So,
I appreciate that.
in typical this, that, and the third fashion, we're going to play a little game called this, that, and the third.
Okay.
Now, the rules are very simple. We're going to ask you 3 questions, and all you got to do is answer honestly and from the heart. You ready to play?
Let's go.
All right, well, this is this.
Okay, since he brought up your phenomenal marriage proposal,
I'm down on bended knee. Face ass.
tell us what was going through your mind for the preparation and actually doing it, in front of everybody at the step show.
Oh, wow. So the fraternity was supposed to step, and we decided not to step. So I said, hey, here's my opportunity to propose. I was already in the process of getting ready to propose. But what was going through my mind was we're an undergrad. And
The underest of grads.
The underest of grads at a
PWI.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Go ahead and get an acronym for PWI. Y'all know what it is.
So, and when I said it, because I was broke.
You don't belong here.
So what was really going through my mind was, I sure hope she likes this small ring.
Man.
I sure hope Can you see that now? So when I made sure that the spotlight was right there, so that the diamond twinkle just right, so everybody can still see it. But really, it was more about, hey, I've been through this with all these other people. This is the person I want to be with, and I know that. I was 23 at the time when we got married, so I already knew that's who I wanted to be with. Yeah.
It was beautiful, man. I wish you could have been there. It was beautiful.
Wow, I can't believe you remember that. That's
yeah, I was in the audience like, why is he doing this? He's so young. They're so young. But when you know, you know. All right. This is that. The biggest lesson that you have learned in this phase we call adulting. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned that you would want to pass on to future generations?
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to pick one. It's hard to pick just one. They don't have to be the one, but just give me one.
There's lessons every day, but I'll tell you the biggest lesson that I've learned is to be able to be humble and apologize for your mistakes.
Excuse me. Say that second part again.
Apologize for your mistakes.
Excuse me.
And the reason why I say that is because no matter how old I get, no matter how much wisdom and experience, I'm still going to make mistakes. And I know that going in the door. But being able to be man enough to recognize that you made a mistake and be able to apologize about it. This is the biggest lesson I've learned.
Okay.
Excuse me. This is the third.
So what is one piece of advice you would give to millennials, those who are in high school, getting ready to come out, getting ready for college? One piece of important advice for their financial journey.
So I'm glad you asked that. And here's what I would tell them. The earlier you start, parents, kids, whatever, the earlier you start with any type of policy, the least expensive it is. So I just had a client that was 17 that is getting an IUL, and it was only like $25.
Is that like when you got birth control?
Nah,
That's
IUD.
What's an IUL?
IUL would be an index universal life insurance.
Oh, that's the one you can cash out at certain points.
Yes, sir.
I'm clear. Okay,
So
my bad.
he's gonna have over $250,000 of life insurance, and it's gonna accumulate a cash value. When he turns 65, he will be a millionaire.
Can you text me his address?
I
would like to rob this nigga. I would love to rob this nigga.
He's not gonna be walking around like
Daddy Fat Sacks.
This is why I love this guy.
I just got a vivid imagination. I'm sorry. I just see it one way.
But the earlier you start, the least expensive it is, and the better off you'll be. Take control of your financial future now. Don't wait till you're 60 to decide to do that.
You know what's crazy is one of the things that I learned at that PWI was that if you take that same nest egg, let's just say it was 2 bands, and you was like, man, I got $2,000, you know, I saved it up over the summer, whatever, and I'm gonna invest it at the tender age of 18 versus the tender age of just 24. The accumulation that comes with it from the interest rates and
the rule
depending
of
on where you
72,
put it.
my brother.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know the jargon. Gee, it's like exponentially different, dog.
Yes, sir.
So get in now and stay down. Stay 10 toes down, y'all. There will be rainy days. What Ja Rule say? Those rainy days. They're coming.
Yeah.
This is Chicago. It's going to rain, sleet, snow, and hail. All at the same time. You have to be prepared for these things, G.
Yeah.
I'm going to be transparent. I cashed the shit out of my 401k and was penalized heavily by the IRS. Found out shortly thereafter because I had a 401k and like a 403b or something, whatever educators got, and found out that if I would have cashed that out and said, yo, I'm using which I would have taxed me on to invest in a property, they couldn't have touched it.
Yep.
Do you know these things?
Yeah.
Man.
Do you know these things that I learned yesterday? Stay woke, don't be broke. I'm throwing everything. Y'all better get with this, brother. Go and slow clap him out, Z. This is one of the best segments. Golly, man.
Wow.
Money talks like Charlie Sheen, Z. Y'all need to get in tune with this, brother. Give him your social media and the way to get in contact with you one more time before we sign out, please.
On Facebook, I'm at Fred Abernathy. You can email me at teamabernathyfinancial@gmail.com. Remember this video at A Polished Work. And on Instagram, I'm Fred that does nails and video.
Straight like that, simple. Spelled as it sounds. No underscores, no hyphens, no backslashes, you know what I'm saying? So you heard it here first on This, That, and the Third, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and turning up with us once again. It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. My lovely co-host with the most, as always, by my side, Miss Reese Peace, the one and only. And this is This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life. And we are the undisputed king and queen of Chicago podcast. Check us out.